Hello everyone, myself Avni and I am pursuing AI and Data Engineering from Lovely Professional University, and today I am going to explain the topic queue system on Amazon. So queue is based on FIFO system, which means first in first out. Here if we notice, we have a real life example of ticket counter system. The person who will come first will buy a ticket first. So this is the example of queue, first in first out. After that, we have some definitions for which we will take a look during the coding part. First of all, we will see the structure of the code. We have an order class representing order details. Secondly, we have the process order function, which will simulate the process of an order. Then worker function represents a worker thread that continuously dequeues orders from the queue and processes them. I will explain this topic in deep while the coding part. After this, we have a queue which holds orders and multiple worker threads process orders concurrently, or you can say on the same time. Next, we have orders which are placed in queue, and lastly the orders will be processed. Now we have some definitions like import queue, import threading or import time. First of all, we will code this. Firstly, we have import queue. After this, we have import threading. After this, import time. So what is the meaning of these terms is that import queue means that it will import a queue library for us. As I earlier told that I am going to make a queue system on Amazon, so it will import a queue library for which we can create a queue. After this, we have import threading. So threading allows that it runs the different parts of the program and at the same time concurrently. After this, we have import time. So basically this function will import the time library by which its functions and classes are available for use in the code, so we can use that. After this, we have class order, and we will define self order, its ID. After this, product ID or only product, then quantity. After this, we have self dot order ID equal to order ID. So first of all, if we look at these terms, what is the meaning of class? As we all know that class is an object constructor, or we can also say it as a blueprint for creating our objects. Then init function, it initializes a newly created object. If you create a new object, it will keep that object on the starting part, or it will initialize that. After this, we have the self function where user can use a different parameter to name the place in the place of it. For example, we have self.order_id equal to order ID. Then self.product equal to product. Then self.quantity equal to quantity. Next, we will define the process order. So we have an order here. Now we will start simulating the order processing tasks. Like, now I'm using here F strings. So what are the F strings? So these provides a concise, or you can say a convenient way to embed Python expressions inside the strings. Like, for example, here we have print, process the order, here we have order ID, then we have order quantity. What is the quantity of the order? Then we have our order product. So now we will use one more function, which is time.sleep. So first of all, if we take a look on the definition of this function, so here time.sleep means like it suspends the execution for the given number of seconds, like how many seconds we are giving to it. For example, if we code it, then we have time.sleep here. So I can take it to here. Basically this is the processing time. Now print, we are printing F strings. Now F, now this is another F string, order dot. Now we are taking here F string as like order dot order. Now order dot order ID. Now it's processed. Find order processing worker, and here will come another function. Now def order processing worker. Now we will use while true. So before moving further, let's look at the definitions for some terms. Like here we have worker threads. So what are the worker threads? It means to execute different tasks in multiple parallel contexts of execution in a concurrent manner, or you can say in a same manner. Like for example, if we code here, then we have order equal to order queue dot get. So basically here we are doing dequeue and order, like we are dequeuing order. If you understand these terms, so here we have what is the get function. Basically it is used to fetch the value of a key from dictionary. And if we understand the term dequeue, so in this elements can both inserted and deleted from either right or left end of the queue. And now if we move further, then we have process order processing here. Have order queue dot task done. So basically it will this function order queue dot task dot done, what it will do is that it will mark the order as processed. The function of this is that it will mark the order as processed. Or we can also say the done function is like it causes the program to pause until the user closes. So this also can be the function of this task done. The next we have order queue equal to queue dot taking queue. So what is the function of this queue here, like order queue here, is that it will create a queue to hold orders. As this is the main function that we have to create queue systems, it will create that. Now we will start the order processing worker threads. So for that, as I've already explained the term worker threads, now again if we see that they are basically used to execute different tasks in multiple parallel contexts of execution in a same manner or concurrent manner. So here also we are using that function only. So I am taking here 3. Now I am using for loop. We have threads. As I earlier said that I will also add the definitions of very basic terms for the better understanding. So for now if I talk about for loops, then obviously as we all know that for loop in Python is a control flow statement that is used to repeatedly execute a group of statements as long as the condition is satisfied. Like it will repeat and repeat like as long as the condition is not satisfied. After that we have in range function which will be using or which will be providing a sequence of integers. So like here if we code it, then we have for I in range worker threads we are using. Next we have worker thread threading dot thread target equal to order processing. Next we have worker, then daemon equal to true. Now if I talk about, again we have one more function, daemon. So what is the meaning of this is that it is the thread that runs in the background and it is not expected to complete its execution before the program exists. So it will not like run, or it will not before the completion of the program which we have already executed. Worker thread dot start so basically we are doing order processing. Now we will do work for orders which are being placed. So for that, we will again use for loop. Order ID in range, as it's limits the integers, like 1,6 we can take. Now we have new order, order ID. We are taking order ID. Then again here we are taking F string, product, order ID, two, we have order Q dot and put new order. Now the last step for us is, now basically I already told earlier that this all coding part, this process is for placing the order. Now the next step is that we have to process the order. For that, I am using order Q dot join. One more function, that what is the importance of order Q dot join here. So it will basically process all the orders. What is the meaning of this function is that it blocks until all items in the queue have been gotten and processed. So, and aim of us is that we have to also process our orders. So now we will run our program. I have also written print all orders have been processed. Now I will run my program. Now this is the output. Here you can see that our order, we have taken 5 orders, order 1, order 2, order 3, order 4 and order 5. So our order 1 is processed, order 2 processed, order 3 processed. Here we can see, and here order 4 and 5 are also processed, and our endpoint is that all orders have been processed. So this is our main output. So now again if we sum up, then we have the structural points for our code that we point out earlier. Now if we sum up all the points we have seen in the code, is that we have an order class representing order details, that we have taken order 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next we have order function which simulates the processing of an order, and then we done order processing worker function. We use worker functions in our code. For example, we can see here, we can look here, we have already used worker functions here. Then we have our worker, after worker threads we have orders which we played concurrently or which we have played on a same time using queue. After that we have taken simulated orders which are placed in the queue. After that we have sum up all the points and all the orders are processed. So this is my code. Now again if I sum up again like all the orders, then in my output I can see here that I have used many things, like many functions which I have defined, like class, get, def, So basically I have done these all functions from a basic things so that we can have a better understanding. So this is my output. Thank you.